Alright, fuck the cup. Pour it in my hand for a dime.
And you will be drinking some champagne out of your hands instead of a Stanley Cup come June. If the Oilers keep playing like this, I mean, you cannot call them a Stanley Cup contender. They have now lost 4 games in a row. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to another episode of Frozen Oil. Game number 58 recap today coming at you. We got some awesome stuff from X/Twitter, and not a lot of goals to show you today because Draisaitl scored the only one. So, but it's frustrating enough as Oiler fans. I don't want to make it more frustrating for you. What more can we say? Goaltending is lacking. Defense is lacking. And the constant line changes, which I'm the first one to say that. I know I'm a small channel, but I've been saying it for a while now. You cannot keep changing and jumbling the lines up. We are 20 games away from the season ending, and you're still mixing and matching lines because nobody wants to put in an effort. Nobody wants to put in the effort, and everybody is missing. Everybody's missing. Everybody's out to lunch. Where's Hyman? Where is he? Where's Hyman? Where's Arvidsson? Where is he? Where's Nugent Hopkins? Where is he? Where is he? 10th year in a row of Mcdavid and Draisaitl are your offense. Where is everybody else? They are all missing. And you're not going to win. You're just not going to win like this. You cannot win a game in the NHL when an entire team like the Tampabaylightning is bought in, coming at you, hitting, doing everything it takes to win the game, and you are taking a Sunday stroll in the park because your captain went and got you a damn gold medal and came back, and you guys are on holidays, and you guys don't have your head in the game, and you guys don't want to throw a body check, and that's what happens. That's what happens. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you for doing that to Connor McDavid. Forget about everything else involved. But as teammates, you should have been waiting, practicing. Those are what winners do. That's what a winner does. You don't go to Mexico for 2 weeks and come back and you forget how to play hockey with 20 games left in the season. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting. There's no words. And the stuff coming out of the media is even worse because as it is right now, Stan Bowman doesn't want to make too many moves. So, I mean, either that is just one big lie so that he can make the moves, which I don't blame him for saying that. But this is the most important trade deadline in Edmonton Oiler history. If you do not fix this team and get it right going into these playoffs, I said it before, it'll be DEFCON 1. Okay, if you missed that episode, check it out. So let's get into these stats here. So let's quickly just plug the channel here. If this is your first time tuning in, please consider subscribing. We would really appreciate it. We are well on our way to 600 subs. And like we've said many times, we are a fan channel and we represent the fans. We don't give two hoots about what management says and what the media says. We are a dedicated fan channel, and that's what we provide you, along with a lot of other cool Oiler content. So let's get into these stats here right away. All right, so final score 4-1. Again, the Oilers looking old and slow. Shots on goal 36-24. They just were destroyed again today. 57-42 on the face-off dot. Tampa goes 1 for 3 on the power play. Brutal, disgusting penalty by Ryan Nugent Hopkins. And the Lightning go 1 for 3. The Oilers go 1 for 1 with the opening goal. Big goal for Draisaitl. Keeps his goal scoring streak going. Hits 30-25. Somebody tell me how on earth the Oilers got 30 hits today. Please tell me how the Edmonton Oilers got 30 hits today. That there is no way on earth the Oilers got 30 hits today. It's impossible. It's impossible. I saw a couple of hits from Ekholm. I saw a big hit attempt from Kapanen, and that's all I saw. I didn't see 30 hits. 30 hits? 30 hits. You got to be kidding me. Block shots, giveaways, takeaways, all in favor of the Oilers. And the big one is you don't want to be ahead on giveaways, 18-11. Just a brutal game by the Edmonton Oilers. How many times are you going to go after and go to this, do interviews after the game and say, we got to be better. We got to be better. We got to be better. We know we can be better. We got to be better. Okay. First game back, no problem. Second game back, no problem. It was a back-to-back. All right. We'll give you that. But today, there's no excuse for that. And again, Oiler fans, we're not going to mind if you lose a nail-biter 4-3 or you lose 5-3 with an empty netter, but you tried and you did your best. But come on, today is nothing close to best. It's just brutal hockey, and it's not fun to watch, and it's a waste of time. Look at these stats. Hyman -2. Look at all these donuts. Look at this. Janmark, donuts. Hyman, donuts. Enrique, donuts, -1. Come on. Arvidsson, donuts, -2. Donuts. Come on. It's disgusting. Mcdavid, an assist, and he's still -1. You know, add that to -3 and -3 the 2 games before that. Do you think Connor McDavid is going to go -7 in 3 games and it's Connor McDavid's fault? No, the team is not trying. Come on, look at this. Bouchard, you got an assist and you're still -1. And your play was horrendous today. You should be up in the box watching the next game. And so should you, Arvidsson. And so should you, Hyman. You should all be up in the box watching the game. Nugent Hopkins can go up there too and watch the game. That's our mature team. That's our leadership. Come on, not enough. Not enough. Again, brutal. So, those are the stats for today. And if you're still sticking around here at this point in the video, thank you. And now we are going to move on over to Twitter/X. And once again, you can find us on Twitter/X. You can follow us at Frozen Oil Hockey. We are getting close to 800 followers there. And it's all because of you. So thank you so much. Got a great community there. And it's super fun to do live tweeting during the games. It's awesome. If you don't have an X account, you should get one just for the Oilers. So let's take a look at some of these tweets. And we'll start off with Eric Friesen. Leon Draisaitl scores his league-leading 43rd goal of the season on the power play to give the Oilers a 1-0 lead in the first period. Draisaitl collects his team-leading 87th point of the season and extends his goal streak to 6 games. So congrats to Dry for continuing to put in the effort. Everybody has to start chipping in. Here's one from Chris at SportsFFanatics55. Oilers really hate playing the young players. They'd rather play the old, slow, underachieving players. Knoblauch did it with Broberg and Holloway, and now with Savoy and Philp. And could even throw Emberson in there, who's lucky to see 15 minutes a game. And Chris, I completely agree with you. I have no idea why on earth they let Holloway and Broberg go, but Broberg might have been too much money, cap issues, whatever. I personally would have still matched it, but you know, Holloway was a big mistake. And now you got Savoy, who's played a couple of games now, already has an assist, almost had a goal today. And again, just not enough ice time, not enough. I don't know why they're playing vets over Philp. He's got some speed, he's got defensive awareness, but no, we want to keep playing these other guys. Here's one from Addy at Oilers Alert. Bouchard, lackadaisical, 100%. Nuge, Hyman, Ekholm, aging. I agree with the exception of Ekholm. McDavid, not dominant. That's an oxymoron. That's like saying jumbo shrimp. It's impossible for McDavid not to be dominant. So McDavid is dominant. McDavid is everything. And everything in the NHL, every single player, the measuring stick is Connor McDavid. So again, I'll say it again. When McDavid is not producing, it's not Connor McDavid. I'm telling you that right now. It's the rest of the team. Stuart Skinner, subpar. Arvidsson falling. Arvidsson has fell. I seen enough. When he made that back pass in the third period to nobody, and it turned to be another turnover and went to Tampa and they had a scoring chance. Once again, it's just like, what are you doing? Is your head not checked in? There's 20 games left. Jeff Skinner hated. 100%. I agree with that. Bottom six, useless. They are not producing at all. Power play mid. Penalty kill. Shit. Did I miss anything? No, you pretty much covered it all. Let's move on now to Dave at Oilers Fan 30. How about just blaming Bouchard and Skinner? How about the whole team? What about management for not matching Holloway? What about Knoblauch, Stewart, Coffey, and Gulletson with the lineup? With the lineups, pardon me. Team has absolutely zero urgency currently. Their body language says it all. And yeah, I mean, calling out the coaching staff at this point is 100% something that is definitely correct to do. You cannot keep juggling the lines. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Dave Campbell at Dave_Ched. Oilers do not look like a team who is on a mission of redemption towards a Stanley Cup title. Definitely not. They look like a team who are ripe for a first round exit. They look old, slow, and quite easy to play against. I mean, it's tough to argue some of these comments. It's tough. It's tough to argue it. If you watch the last 3 games especially, it's really tough to argue it. Here's one from Vince at Oilers_97. I'm not even watching the game, and I can still picture Skinner sliding side to side in slow motion. Yeah, the lateral movement is not there. The lateral movement's not there. If it's Skinner's the guy, keep Skinner. Keep Skinner as the backup. If he's the guy that's going to be your number one eventually, and you see something that everybody else doesn't see, great. Keep him. Keep him. And I pray he becomes a legitimate number one. But he is inconsistent. And you have to, at this point, bring in another goalie. Keep Skinner, but bring in another goalie if that's the case. But going into the playoffs with Skinner and Pickard as your tandem is not a good idea. It's not a good idea. What if somebody gets injured? Then what? It's just not a good idea. Here's one from Klima's Lid. Just to be clear, all Oiler fans support Stu, and we want to see him play well. No one wants this team to lose. The difference for some of us is we want what's best for the team, not an individual. Yeah, I 100% agree. I 110% agree. For the most tortured fan base in professional sports, especially the last 35 years, it's really difficult to keep making excuses at this point. You have Michael Jordan of hockey. You have Ice Jordan. You have Connor McDavid. And this is his 10th year. And you still have not surrounded him with legitimate line mates. You still have not surrounded Draisaitl with legitimate wingers. And every time we look at the score sheet, it's goal, Draisaitl, assist, McDavid. Where is everybody else? Why did you spend so much money on July 1st and none of those guys are flanking Draisaitl? We got Savoy and Podkolzin in there. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, we need a D-man at defense. Almost every other team wants to get a D-man at D-man at the trade deadline, pardon me. Almost every team in the NHL, every playoff team going into the playoffs wants to bolster their blue line. That is a pretty normal thing. But not every single team has to also get a top 6 forward and also get a goalie and also get a defenseman. It's a lot to ask. And we had it and we let it go. This is not the same team that was in the Stanley Cup playoffs last year. It's just not. And last but not least, JB at JackieB_16. Okay, so apparently I'm too negative about the Oilers. This team has sky-high expectations. Nearly a decade of 97-29, going to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final last year. I want more. I reserve the right of a 40-plus year fan to ask for better than this shit from the team and the management. Yeah. And I'm going to blame the management more than the team. You just simply cannot blame Connor McDavid. You can't blame Leon Draisaitl. You can't. They're top 5 players in the league. And they bring it every night. It's everybody else. It's everybody else that has to start bringing it. I mean, if you saw the Corey Perry interview the other day, man, he called the team out. He said, we got to be better. But it can't take you. So they've sacrificed now 8 points. And they are dropping in the standings like crazy. So, like I said, not much more to say than that. Very disappointing game. I saw this loss coming a mile away. We'll see how they do on Thursday. Big game on Thursday. But more importantly, these next 10 days before this trade deadline, again, they are going to be the most important days for this season, these next 10 days. And this is going to be the most important trade deadline in Edmonton Oilers history. That's it. There's no other way to say it. Sorry. I'm so stressed out from this team. So that's going to do it for today's episode. Thanks so much for watching. And most importantly, go Oilers, go.
Pros know hockey, the channel you need. Oilers on the ice, unstoppable speed. Chasing the cup, we're gonna succeed. With David leading, we're built to exceed.
Pros know hockey,